Hey guys, welcome to a special series of the No Dishes podcast. We're here at the PrimeTime Expo at Switchyard Park, presented by the Bloomington Chamber of Commerce. We're about to sit down with 6 local restaurants, all slinging samples here, and find out about the people behind the grub.
Hey, say, honey, let's go out to eat. Relieve our culinary duties. With all these restaurants to sweep us off our feet, they're bound to turn us into foodies. Oh, no dishes, no dishes, no dishes. We'll have a bottle of wine for lights and have a good time. No dishes, no dishes.
All right, we're back here again, PrimeTime Expo, Bloomington Chamber of Commerce. I've got Brian Higgins, the general manager of Raising Cane's. How's it going, man?
Man, it's going great. Have you seen how many people are out here?
It's been amazing. The weather, too. You guys are set up outside.
Outside, we brought the tent out, some sweet tea. Lemonade goes great with the weather this week.
That's what I was about to ask, because we haven't had a chance to go around yet. And I was talking to someone earlier. I was like, I'm a big sweet tea lemonade guy. So what are you guys? You guys make like really good sweet tea lemonade.
Oh yeah, so our sweet tea is freshly brewed, real cane sugar that's put in it, so no additives or anything like that. Lemonade's made from fresh squeezed lemons every single day. So when you're talking, you want some good lemonade, that's some good lemonade.
I'm sold. That was good. And I mean, Raising Cane's, you gotta have cane sugar.
Yeah, you been down to our restaurant in Kirkwood?
Oh, absolutely. So Garrett and I, our producer, we went down on, was it the soft opening or grand opening? I think I got hooked up with like 2 like pre-grand opening.
It's like one of those like under the table things, like, hey, come in.
Yeah, it was, I got lucky on that one where it was just like, don't tell anybody, but we wanted to give you a little sneak preview. And I've always, one of the old IU coaches, Archie Miller, was from Dayton. And he loved Raising Cane's because Raising Cane's is it based out of Ohio?
No, we're actually based out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. We started at the north gates of LSU, so that's what's really awesome about our campus location is it kind of takes us back to our roots. So we started, our founder didn't have any money at the time. He actually had a business plan that he wrote up, and nobody said that he could do this. So a brand that only serves chicken finger meals was unheard of, especially in 1996 when we were founded. So our founder went out there. He worked some hard work. He was a boilers maker in L.A., and then he went up to Alaska and actually went to sockeye salmon fishing, and that's where he opened the very first Raising Cane's. So when I got the opportunity to become a GM out here in Bloomington, I really jumped on it because it was just an awesome thing to take back to our founder's roots, and that's why Raising Cane's has recently found that campus locations just really show who we are and where we came from.
I love that. So tell us a little bit, for those that don't know, about the menu. It's very simple.
So we are a simple menu. So we are very focused on what we do. So we serve chicken fingers, French fries, Texas toast, and coleslaw. Now, all of our stuff is made in-house. So our chicken is hand-breaded, fresh battered, inside the location with a always fresh, never frozen chicken finger, which you guys cannot find that anywhere. We have French fries, our buttery Texas toast, and I don't know if you've had that toast, but...
Oh, I absolutely did. I still taste it.
There you go. And then our sauce. Another thing that we brought out to the expo today was our sauce, really sampling that out to everybody in the community. Being so local to Bloomington and so new, we really haven't been able to reach out to the townies yet to get them in. So we wanted to give them a little bite of what we have. And since our food is really fresh, it doesn't hold very well. So what we do is, we brought out something to sample with here at the expo.
That's great. I'm so glad you brought it up because that was my next thing is the sauce. You got to talk about the sauce. Can you, without giving too much away, tell us a little bit about what it tastes like?
Well, it is a secret, like you said.
I know, yeah.
So let's break it down just a little bit. So our sauce was made for our chicken. It's tangy, a little bit of spice of flavor, so it's very flavorful. So that's what really boasts about when you're dipping into our sauce is just that flavor profile. Tangy with a little bit of spice of flavor. Like I said, it's made for that chicken, but trust me, you should see what people eat it with.
Oh, I'm sure you've seen it all.
They'll eat some fries in it, the toast again, and then, of course, the chicken will be good.
Have you ever, not that you would not want to get the food because it's all amazing. I've had it, and it sounds amazing for anyone that hasn't. As in, have you ever had anyone come in and just be like, I just want sauce?
Oh, yeah. So we sell our sauce by the individual cup, which is pretty common when you're ordering a meal, easy to dip into. But when you go to parties, trust me, you want to be that guy that brings the sauce to the party. So we sell by our 22-ounce, 32-ounce cups as well.
Oh, no.
I've seen some crazy things when they order that.
One bucket of sauce, please.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
It's crazy.
We're getting the insider tips. Now we're talking. So you guys don't do any type of dessert at all?
No dessert. Unfortunately, we really are focused on that quality chicken finger meal.
Yeah.
So we don't have any dessert.
Yeah, well, that's great. Again, I feel like hearing you talk about your menu, it's like I think of like Gordon Ramsay going into a Kitchen Nightmares thing, and he's like, "This menu's so big, like keep it simple, execute a few things well," and you guys are doing that. You know what you're doing. Don't waste your time trying to make a million great things. Focus on one and make it the best one you can.
Exactly. And there's a lot of good successful brands out there, and Raising Cane's, we are the #1 most craveable sauce out there. We're about to be #1 for the most craveable chicken. So we have a lot of awards out there by just people just like you. Everybody else in the world as well is just voting Raising Cane's to be that #1 craveable sauce.
Well, I love too. I want to circle back to the story of that first location at the North Gates of LSU. Congrats on the national championship. Obviously not to you, but to the owner, the founder.
But he's a huge Tigers fan, so
I feel like he had to be. Yeah, no, so that's great. I mean, I don't know LSU. I've watched those tours where they tour the football locker room, and I could live in one of those lockers. It's incredible.
Yeah, they're pretty crazy.
But I love too that fits the theme. You already have the lexicon down calling us townies. You can tell you've been in Bloomington and know that we're non-students, non-professors are called the townies. So that's how I know you've been around for at least a year.
Yeah, I moved to Bloomington about a year ago. I'm about to hit my year next month here in Bloomington.
Congrats. Yeah.
I took the pride of moving from the fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada to a small town. The good thing about it is Raising Cane's is really active in our community, and going to a small town like Bloomington really allows us to get out to what we're about. Our roots are not just to be a company. We're here to help our communities in every way, shape, or form. I've done my biggest outreach with education. I started at Raising Cane's when I was in high school.
Whoa, no
and
way.
Being able to not only just give opportunity to young adults and build them to whatever they may be, whether they grow with Raising Cane's because we have a ton of opportunities, or whether they grow as a person, they grow in their leadership role or anything like that. So education we focus really big on, as well as supporting those achievements. Whether a kid reads through a book and does the best reading ever, or whether he graduates at the top of his class, we really want to make sure that we're celebrating those moments in our education. Our mascot, if you didn't know, we're based off of a dog. So our mascot, we're currently with Kane 3. She's a beautiful yellow lab. And our dog, so we put a lot back to our pet therapy as well. We support many different events out here. Over December, we actually had an event where we were selling plush puppies that were geared around our campaign for the holidays. And we sold plush puppies to donate to the Brown County Humane Society, which is actually a non-kill shelter. So we very specific on what we pick to make sure that we're given to a shelter that really cares for our animals. And we have many other things like business development for our young youth. We're coming up on the summer. And summer, we talked a little bit earlier about how lemonade is a huge thing, right? Nice and hot. Lemon quenches your thirst.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be sponsoring a kid or two in not only how to pick where they want to have their lemonade stand, but we're going to help support them and supply them with everything that they need, from the stand to the lemonade to everything that they need to do. If we need to get a business license for them, we're going to do that with them.
Cool. Is that part of the Lemonade Day?
Yeah. So,
okay, awesome. That's so cool. That's such a big thing in the Bloomington community, and I could tell because you're being involved in that you guys are being very active in what Bloomington is.
Exactly. So that was another thing that I learned because I moved in the summer. So when I was going store to store, I was so new trying to figure out where to do my personal shopping. And it was awesome to see that. And when I saw that right away, that was something I jumped on with my marketing. And come to find out, like you said, it's Lemonade Day in Bloomington. So we are actually in the final stages of getting somebody assigned to us, so that way we can work personally with them and getting their growth and make them have a very successful lemonade day.
I love that. One of our, are you familiar with the Chocolate Mousse yet in town?
I am.
Okay, so that's where I work. That's my job, is at the Chocolate Mousse. We used to be a tiny old stand, and I remember the first time I ever heard about Lemonade Day, they set up right in front of us. We, like, our owner's friends, and we're just like, man, our ruthless competitors have bendy straws. How can we keep up with that? It's not a fair fight.
Right.
So what if in the year you've been here, what's kind of surprised you about Bloomington, or what are some of the places that you've enjoyed going out to eat?
Gosh, I've tried so much. I'm a huge foodie, so I love to try food everywhere I go. So it was really weird coming from the West Coast to the Midwest. It's a whole different flavor profile when you look at different things. So ethnicities are different. So I definitely love to try many different things, and it's been awesome coming down here and trying many of the restaurants that we have. I think I have my eyes. I love Mexican food. I actually went to El Ranchero. I gotta give it up for that.
Yeah. Do you remember what you got?
Oh gosh.
I know. No, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No, I can't.
It was good. That's all. See, I go El Ranchero Pro Townie tip. I love doing just the a la carte 2 chicken burritos, and they've got the sauce on there, and it's like $7, and it's a good filling meal. You get the chips and salsa. But that's awesome that you got to go check out El Ranchero.
And I like to try different things. So I'm not a big person of just trying one thing. So I like to try different things everywhere I go. If I go there multiple times, I'm trying a different thing every single time. I do like to try local businesses as well. I think that has like a big thing to me. I started even younger than I was when I first started at Raising Cane's, which was my first job. I used to work at my aunt's flower shop. So small businesses matter to me. So being able to do that, that's one of the reasons why Raising Cane's is so successful, is because while we have over 700 restaurants across the United States and into other countries, we're still like a small business.
Wow.
Every restaurant has its own brand to build in our local communities.
That's super cool. I love to hear that, because everyone has a different approach when you get to be that size, but the fact that you're taking those steps and have those individual identities is super cool. So when you started in high school, was that in Las Vegas?
Yes. So I worked in Las Vegas for 12 years. I actually just hit my 13-year Raising Cane's anniversary in February.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So some cool things that we do. I actually just got I'm on the bench for this year to celebrate and get a crystal dog with the company. So we celebrate different anniversaries and get different things. So all based on like our background. So I talked about how like we're really big on our culture and where we came from. We work hard at Raising Cane's, but we make it very fun. So when we do that, these little things matter to us. So I talked earlier about how our founder was a boilers maker on an oil refinery. We get a hard hat after working there for a year. Get a sockeye salmon after working there for 5 years. And then we get a crystal dog after working there for 10 years. And then I'm almost to 15. And so once I get to 15, I will get a Velvet Elvis, something that Todd put in his restaurant. It's always, he had this like, you look at it, I haven't been to the original Cane's yet. It's in Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
And so I haven't been there yet. But it's just a towel. Like the Velvet Elvis is just a towel. And we actually, every Raising Cane's has an Elvis in it. And ours is actually probably one of the biggest ones I've seen in Cane's. And I've managed over 30 of these Cane's across the United States.
Oh, really? Wow.
So this one is pretty large. And it's pretty awesome to like be able to have that. They're hand painted for every restaurant. So you'll never find one that's exactly the same.
That's super cool. I want to know this crystal dog. I can't get away from the crystal dog. How big is this crystal dog?
So the base is, probably like a good 3.5 inches on the base, probably about 6 inches long, and then you have the dog on top, and the dog's probably about 6 inches.
We're talking a big old crystal dog. Where do you have yours in your house?
So I actually just bought my house, getting situated in Bloomington.
Nice.
And my house actually has an office. So
there you go. That's awesome.
So I have it hanging, and it's pretty cool because being the leader that I am, I have a lot of calls on video. So I kind of rub it into everybody because my whole background is like all my stuff. So it has like my sockeye salmon, my hard hat, my crystal dog.
Yeah.
And then, it was one of my dreams to cut my own ribbon in a grand opening. And I was able to very succeed in that and do that here in Bloomington.
That's amazing.
So I put that in a shadow box with a ribbon that I cut with the scissors and some pictures of my building layout. It's just amazing.
Yeah, so you've worked at 30 stores, you said, right? 30?
Yeah, so 30 locations. Most of them are in Nevada, with the most being 11 in Las Vegas. And then I had 2 up in Reno that I opened. I opened a few in Arizona, and then I did my training for my new role out here in California. Now I have South Carolina, Colorado. I've been just all over the map.
That's so cool to have a career that affords you that opportunity to travel around. So it sounds like if you bought a house, you're in Bloomington for the long haul.
Yeah. So the good thing about Indiana is it's such a new market. So don't blink your eyes, because Cane's is going to be all around Indiana before you know it. So we currently have 4 locations in Indiana. Actually, no, 5. Our 5th one opened today.
Oh, no, where at?
So we have West Lafayette. That's another campus location. We have Mishawaka. We have Avon. They just opened about a month after Bloomington did. We have Bloomington, and their brand new one is in Noblesville. We have Muncie coming in June this year.
All right.
So you got Muncie.
Another campus location.
Another campus location at Ball State. And then we have, rumor has it, Cardinals coming. So,
there we go. That's my hometown. Yeah.
So I saw a map. I can't talk about this map.
We're all about exclusives here. We want exclusives.
So all I could say is keep an eye on raisingcanes.com and click on the locations tab and see if you have a location coming. When they are about to open up, they'll put it as a coming soon location. You can definitely find it out there.
Sweet. That's great. So you guys are on Kirkwood. What are your hours over there?
So right now, while school's in session, we are open from 10 a.m. to midnight, Sunday through Wednesday.
No.
Thursday through Saturday, we are 10 a.m. to 2 a.m.
Really?
So we definitely want to capture, those.
I had no idea. That's awesome. I live on Kirkwood. So now at 1 a.m., if I get a hankering for some chicken tenders, I'm going to know that.
Yeah, and we actually, another little secret, we just got some kiosks in.
Ooh.
So you just come in, you don't got to see nobody, just go to the kiosk. So come in, or you can go to raisingcanes.com and really just place your order there. Go ahead and pick it up on the inside. Come down the side of the building. We have a door specialty for the mobile orders. So come inside. If you're coming in that late on the weekends, we normally have the mobile orders behind the counter. But outside of that, during the day, we'll have it up for you. You can grab it off the shelf and grab and go.
That's great to know. It's so cool learning more about Raising Canes, about you yourself. You're so passionate about it. Thank you so much for coming on, Brian. I really enjoyed this.
Awesome. Thanks for having us.
Of course. Thanks for joining us in the latest episode of the No Dishes podcast. Do you like what you heard? Be sure to write a review, rate us, subscribe, like, whatever it is that you do to show your support. We really appreciate it. Until next time, be sure to keep those hands dry. This episode of the No Dishes podcast was recorded, edited, and produced by Garrett Portinga of Green Hat Media in beautiful downtown Bloomington, Indiana.
No Dishes Media.
No Dishes Media.